Margaret thought she was doing everything right. She paid her taxes every year, on time, never missed a bill. She clipped coupons. She watched her spending. At 72 years old, she was proud of that, proud of being careful. Then one afternoon, her daughter sat down next to her at the kitchen table, pulled up a number on her phone, and showed her something that made Margaret go completely quiet. Margaret had been overpaying the government by more than $4,000 every single year. Not because she cheated, not because she was careless, because nobody ever told her she could stop. That is what this video is about, because Margaret is not the only one. There are millions of seniors across this country right now, at every income level, paying bills they are no longer required to pay. And the reason nobody tells you is simple. Every single person whose job it is to collect that money has a reason to keep quiet. So today I'm going to walk you through 5 of those bills, one at a time. And I want you to drop a comment right now before we go any further. Tell me how old you are and tell me which of these bills you are currently paying. That comment takes 10 seconds and it helps me understand exactly who needs this information most. Now let us start with the one that surprised Margaret the most. The first bill is your property tax. Most seniors assume property tax just goes up every year, and there is nothing they can do about it. That assumption is costing people hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every single year. Here is what most people do not know. In a large number of states, once you turn 65, you can apply for what is called a senior exemption or a property tax freeze. The freeze does exactly what it sounds like. It locks your tax at the level it was when you applied. Your home value can go up. Your neighbor's tax bill can go up. Yours stays frozen right where it is. And here is the part that trips people up. In many states, this freeze has no income limit at all. It is not just for low-income seniors. It is for any homeowner over 65 who fills out the form. The reason you have not heard about it is simple. Your county does not call you on your birthday and offer it to you. They do not send a letter. They do not knock on your door. You have to go get it yourself. You call your county assessor's office. You say 4 words. What do seniors qualify for? That is the call. One phone call. People I have talked to have gotten hundreds of dollars back every single year from that one call. If you are renting, this one does not apply to you directly, but keep watching because the next ones do. The second bill is the tax withheld from your Social Security check. When most people sign up for Social Security, they are handed a form and told it might be a good idea to have taxes withheld automatically each month, just to be safe. So they check the box. And then they forget about it for years. Here is what actually happens with that money. A portion of your check gets sent to the government every single month. And then at tax time, a lot of that money comes back to you as a refund because you never actually owed it in the first place. Think about what that means. You are handing the government your money every month with no interest. You are giving them a free loan with your own Social Security check. The rule on Social Security taxes works like this. If your total income, including half of your Social Security, comes in under $25,000 a year as a single person or under $32,000 as a married couple, then 0% of your Social Security is taxable. None of it. And even at higher incomes, a portion is always tax-free. If your withholding does not match what you actually owe, you fix it with one form. It is called the W-4V. You fill it out, you send it in, and you stop giving the government a free loan every month. Pay what you owe. not $1 more, and not $1 early. The third bill is your tax preparation fee. Every year, millions of seniors walk into a tax office and hand someone 200, 300, sometimes $500 to prepare a return that could have been done for free. There is a government program called TCE, Tax Counseling for the Elderly. It is specifically for people 60 and older. It is staffed by people trained and certified by the IRS, and it handles exactly the kinds of returns most retirees have: Social Security income, a pension, retirement account withdrawals. The largest group running these free sites is AARP Tax Aid. You do not have to be an AARP member to use it. It is free. It is available across the country, and it is designed for seniors with straightforward returns who have been quietly paying a chain tax office for a service they never had to buy. Now, I want to be clear about one thing. If your situation is genuinely complicated, a business, rental properties, a large estate, then yes, a paid professional is absolutely worth it. But if your return is simple, and most retirement returns are simple, the law has already built you a free qualified option, and your age makes you eligible. The fourth bill is a Medicare premium you may be overpaying right now. This one hits hardest for people who recently retired after earning a good salary, and almost nobody knows it exists. Medicare uses your income to decide how much you pay for Part B and Part D premiums. But here is the catch. They do not look at this year's income. They look at your tax return from 2 years ago. So picture this. You were working at 64, earning a solid income. You retired. Your income dropped significantly. But 2 years later, Medicare is still charging you a surcharge based on the salary you no longer have. The extra charge shows up as a quiet deduction from your Social Security payment every month, and most people just assume it must be correct. It is not necessarily correct. There is a form called the SSA 44. You fill it out when you have had what the government calls a life-changing event. Retirement is specifically on that list. You show them your income has changed. They recalculate. People have gotten thousands of dollars back per year from that one form. Almost nobody files it because almost nobody knows it exists. If your income dropped significantly when you retired, look up Form SSA 44 today. The fifth bill is federal income tax you may no longer legally owe. This is the biggest one, and I want you to hear this clearly. For millions of seniors, the correct amount of federal income tax going forward is far lower than what they are paying. And for a great many of them, it is zero. There is a deduction that most seniors are not claiming. It stacks on top of your regular standard deduction. It stacks on top of the extra standard deduction seniors have always received for being over 65. You do not have to itemize to get it. You do not give anything up. It is simply added on. For a lower income senior living mostly on Social Security, stacking these deductions often pushes the federal tax bill all the way down to zero. For a comfortable middle-class retiree with more income, it still reduces what you owe in a real and meaningful way. The people who collect your tax money are not going to call you and tell you about this. The system does not refund you automatically. Being legally exempt from a bill and actually not paying it are two completely different things. The law does not write you a check. You have to know the rule exists and you have to claim it. If you're using tax software, it will ask you the right questions. If someone prepares your return for you, Tell them to check the senior deductions. Make sure they applied everything you qualify for. Do not assume they did. Now here is what I want you to do right now, not tomorrow, right now while this is fresh. Go through this list one by one. Property tax freeze, Social Security withholding, free tax preparation, the Medicare premium form, and your federal income tax deductions. For each one, ask yourself one question. Have I actually claimed this? Not heard about it, not planned to look into it, actually claimed it. Because here is the truth that ties all 5 of these together. Every single one of these is already in the law. The property tax relief is written into your county's books. The Social Security rules are federal law. The free tax help is funded and waiting. The Medicare appeal form is sitting on the government's own website. None of it is automatic. None of it comes to you. You have to go get it. And the people counting on you not to are counting on one specific thing. They are counting on you believing the relief is for someone else. The senior who is struggling thinks the good stuff is only for people who have money. The senior who is comfortable thinks the relief is only for people who are struggling. And so both of them keep paying. That is the whole game. And now you know how it works. Drop a comment right now. Tell me your age and tell me which of these 5 bills you are currently still paying. I read every single one. And if someone in your life is over 65, send them this video. One share could be worth thousands of dollars to them, and it costs you nothing.